For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 5% off your order. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow YouTube, a formation I have absolutely loved ever since a huge gorilla made it popular in FIFA 16. But before we get into the tactics, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. Check out trustdice.wing, link is down in the description below. Enjoy 8,000 plus crypto games, up to 20% cash back, fast withdrawal system, and a 24/7 live support. You do have popular games in the casino, and you also have a live casino if you do want to check it out. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. You can also use the sports section as well, whether it be the NBA, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the NFL La Liga, anything you want. So remember to check out trustdice.win. Link is down in the description below. Me personally, I just always prefer balanced. I like to be in control of where and when my team presses the ball. I don't want my team to start automatically pressing or doing the pressure on heavy touch where it is a little bit random. I just like to be in control of where and when my team presses the ball. A balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. If you actually just read that, that's pretty much why I love balance, because you're in control of when you press, and there is a certain depth that I do use anyway, which means I don't even have to press anyway because the game does it for me. But if you are someone that is really after a pressure tactic, I would probably recommend pressure on heavy touch, but just be warned, it will drain your stamina a lot, so maybe give that a bit of a swerve. But for me, of course, it is going to be balanced. The defensive width, we actually very weirdly in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow right now, we leave it on 50. So like I was saying, this is a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. The clue is in the name of the formation. Because it's quite narrow anyway, I don't sometimes have to change the defensive width, and this is one of them times where I don't feel the need to change the width. I just like the 50. I like where my left back and my right back are anyway. I like the way that my defensive structure is just in general with this formation, so I don't really need to change the defensive width, YouTube. That's why I'm leaving it on 50 at this moment in time. The defensive depth, yes, it is back, YouTube. Like I've been saying in my last few videos, if any of you have not seen, the 71 depth is back, so I am of course going to be using the 71 depth. If any of you don't know what the 71 depth does, when we lose the ball, your team will automatically press and automatically offside trap. But like I said at the start of the video, where if you were to use a pressure on heavy touch or a press after possession loss, your stamina would get drained so much. Because you're not actually using a pressure tactic and the defensive depth is kind of glitched, your players don't lose stamina and the stamina doesn't drain. That's what makes it so effective. Your absolute bread and butter, YouTube. Definitely give it a go. You will be shocked at how OP it is. It was OP at the start of the game, then they patched it around like 6-7 weeks ago. It's back. I don't know whether they dropped a soft patch about a week ago, but ever since then, the 71 depth feels exactly like it did pre-patch, so of course, I am going to use it. The offensive build-up play is going to be balanced. That's what I'm using. But one thing I will say, YouTube, long ball is good. You can definitely use that. So maybe if you're struggling to create opportunities in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which I'd be shocked at because it is an amazing formation going forward. But if you are someone like that is struggling with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow to create opportunities, give long ball a go. You will be shocked at how good it is. But for me, of course, I just love balance. This tactic is used for a balanced team that maintains its formation. Players will support and make runs when they think it's the right time to do so. That's what I want to be seeing. The chance creation, you know what I'm going to say at this point, YouTube, if you've ever seen any of my videos. It is, of course, direct passing, your absolute bread and butter. I love it. It's the best thing you can use. Believe me, YouTube, use and abuse it. Very strangely enough, I actually leave the offensive width on 50. Exactly the same like the defensive width. This is a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. The clue is in the name. I don't want to make it any more narrow, but then also I don't want to go wider with it because then you're losing what the formation is about. So I actually just leave the preset 50 on the defensive width, and the offensive width, players in the box, of course, is going to be 7. The more players that we have in the box, YouTube, the more likely we are to score a goal. Very simple when you break it down like that. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so, just to stop us getting counter-attacked on from our own corners. Custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. But before we get into the player instructions, drop this video a like for me. That would mean the world to me. So, both the strikers, YouTube, I personally play with both of them on Stay Central and getting behind. So my left-sided striker and my right-sided striker stay central and getting behind. Like what I said with the defensive width and the offensive width, this is a narrow formation, so I do want both of my strikers to stay in them central areas of the pitch, and I want both of them making penetrating runs in behind. One thing I will say though, YouTube, if you don't want to use both your strikers on getting behind, because I know some of you won't want to do that if it is a two-striker formation, put the slower striker that you've got. So for me, it would be my Felipe Anderson on my RTG. Put that striker on mixed attack or false nine. I wouldn't recommend false nine, actually. Just put them on mixed attack so that you still have at least your quicker striker making the penetrating runs in behind, and then your other striker won't always run in behind, but they will sometimes run in behind. My cam, this is the most important player in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, YouTube. Hands down, the most important player. I don't care what anyone says. It is your cam. So you are going to want to have your cam on stay forward and get into the box for cross. There is two things though I will say about that. Thing number one, the stay forward. I like my cam to stay forward and be in that cam position, but if you struggle defensively, I would recommend putting your cam on comeback on defense. That means that your cam will either go to the left midfield or the right midfield of a 4-4-2 when you don't have the ball, but then of course when you get the ball, we'll push straight back up into that cam position. I like that, but I just much prefer having my cam on the stay forward. Thing number two is the get into the box for cross. This is the most important thing. This is a must on your cam, in my opinion. This just means that your cam will be there getting into the box when you are attacking. Very, very, very important. Like I said with the players in the box in the custom tactics, the more players that we have in the box, YouTube, the more likely we are to score a goal, just because you've got more players in the box. And having your cam in the box, getting goals and getting assists, you will notice actually if you use my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics, how many goals and assists that your cam does get. It is very much an underrated aspect. So you definitely use the get into the box for cross. The stay forward though is up to your own discretion. I absolutely love it, but if you struggle defensively, put the cam on comeback on defense. The left centre mid is actually on completely default settings, YouTube. So completely default settings, apart from the defensive position where I put him from on where he is naturally on cover wing down to cover centre. The reason being, of course, I want my central midfielder to cover the centre of the pitch. So because my centre midfielder is on balanced attack and balanced crossing runs, he will get forward a little bit. Not YOLO, he won't YOLO it right up next to my two strikers, but he will get forward and help out in the attacking third of the game. That then brings us nicely onto my right centre mid, but my right centre mid is actually also on balanced attack, but most importantly, he is then on getting to the box for cross and cover centre. So your right central midfielder will venture forward quite a bit and will also get quite a lot of goals and quite a lot of assists. Very, very, very much needed that you have at least one of either your left centre mid or your right centre mid on getting to the box for cross. Just trust me, you will be shocked at how overpowered it is. The CDM, this player is literally what it says on the tin, like the Rodri role for Manchester City, the Boubacar Kamara role for Aston Villa, Casemiro for Man United and Real Madrid. This player is a traditional number 6 and out CDM. So because of that, I have that player on stay back while attacking and cover centre. That player will literally just stay there in the middle of the pitch, try and break up play, think of prime Kante and stuff like that, and then give the ball back to the better players that you've got going forward. Very, very, very important. Now, this is where things do get a little bit interesting. I personally play with my right back on stay back while attacking. So my right back plays on stay back while attacking. So we do defend in a back three. Both of my centre backs are on completely default settings. So stay back while attacking, normal interceptions and stick to position for both of my centre backs. But this is where it is important. I then play with my left back on join the attack and overlap. So that is why, YouTube, if you think about it, I play with my left centre mid just on balanced attack and balanced crossing runs. And then my right centre mid on getting to the box for cross and cover centre. So my right centre mid has the license to get forward a lot more than my left centre mid because I have my right back on stay back while attacking, and then I don't really need my left back to venture forward to, my left centre mid to venture forward too far, because my left back is the one that is on join the attack and overlap. Very, very, very key when you think about it. And then last but not least, of course, my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my brand new updated 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics for you. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and also let me know how many team of the years you have packed so far. Obviously the attackers are in pack, both the male and the females. Some of them female cards, especially Hansen and Smith, look unbelievable. Let me know if you packed any, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, YouTube, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.